Well, hello everybody. It's the end of week 4 of the BUPA Intermediate Marathon Training Programme and time to give you another weekly update. It's not quite as positive this week. Things didn't go according to plan, but we will start by looking at what went right. Monday was a rest day and I felt justified in taking my rest day this week because previous day we had a 14-kilometre run which was made up in 2 parts in the one session. We did the Crieff 10k trail race which involved running up a hill for 2 kilometres and back to base, and then we did the rest of the 4 kilometres by running around the playing fields where the race finished. There is a full video of that and I'll put a link in the description down below. If you haven't seen the video, it's pretty good, so go and have a look at that and you'll see it in its nitty-gritty detail. So I've had a rest day on Monday. Tuesday was scheduled to be faster than easy pace for 40 minutes. Again, it was in 2 parts. It was the next round of the Ravenscraig Mile Race Series and I had an entry for that. So we went down to the park, ran the mile series, the mile race, and that felt really good. I didn't have anybody on my shoulder this time, so I didn't do a sprint for the finish, which I should have done because I came in a couple of seconds down on the time that I'd put out the first time. After I did that, I made up the 40 minutes by doing a 5k, another 3 laps of the mile route round the park at an easy pace. On Wednesday, yeah, I'm just thinking, it was a 10k easy run. Again, 2 parts in one session. I take my beginners group out for a 5k run every Wednesday evening, and we did that when I got back to the car park. I went out and did another 5k in Falkland Estate on my own. Not quite on my own, because one of my other jog leaders joined me. Bill is a little bit older than me, but he's a bit faster than me as well. So he wasn't going at his full pace, but he was going at a pace that I felt was a bit of a challenge, and it was definitely a struggle to keep up with him. When we got back, I thanked him for doing that, for making me stretch myself a little bit. But you know, as is often the case, your perception of how a run went wasn't exactly reflective of how it had actually gone, because when I got home and uploaded the stats, I could see that the pace that I'd put in was only my normal 6 minutes a kilometre pace. I thought, you know, I'd been running really quickly, so it was a bit of a blow. But nonetheless, you know, it's reinforcement of why it's so important to look at your stats after a run, because you know, your perception, your feeling of how a session goes doesn't necessarily reflect reality. So that was the Wednesday, and that was the second of the 2 runs that I actually managed to do this week. On Thursday I didn't get a run at all. Sometimes in life other things have to take precedence, and a member of my close family had been in hospital for several weeks and got home on the Thursday. We had spent a couple of days getting the house ready for her coming home, and on Thursday we had to finish that off and make sure she was properly settled in. Part of the work that I did involved spraying chemicals, and I'm not used to working with this. But I did get the data sheet for the chemical and made sure that I paid attention to all the safety precautions. You know, I had the full suit on, the eye protection, facial protection and so on, a respirator. But nonetheless, I must have been a little bit careless somewhere, because I evidently inhaled some of the chemical, and when I wakened up on Friday morning, my lungs were really burning. They must have been irritated and inflamed, and it was, you know, I could still breathe, but you know, I could feel that I just had to stay in bed. So I was in bed Friday, Saturday and Sunday. I did do more research to check out this chemical and make sure that, thank goodness, it wasn't poisonous and I didn't have to go to the hospital and get professional treatment. But you know, it would take a wee while to recover from the irritation that had been caused. So it's now the Monday. I'm still here. I'm hale and hearty, as the Scots say, and there's no lasting damage done. But it has put my programme back by a few days. I went out this morning. I tried to do a 10k easy run just to try and see where I am, because I'm meant to be doing a hill race tomorrow night, and right now I don't think I can do it. When I did the 10k, the first 2.5k was okay, but after that I could only not even run walk on the flat. It was a definite jog walk, and any significant incline I was walking the whole way because I couldn't get a deep enough breath to get the oxygen. Right, going downhill was fine, no pressure, no deep breathing, and I could do that. But I've obviously, you know, done a bit of damage to my lungs, and I don't know how long it's going to take until I'm able to breathe normally again. One thing that's for sure is that the programme's taken a knock, and probably the rest of the week 5 is going to be taken up just getting back to some semblance of order, and I think it'll take me at least that amount of time to do the workouts that I've missed from week 4. But I will get everything caught up. I'll do the extra effort that's required and rejig things so that hopefully by the time we're into week 6 we'll be back on programme. So there we are, everyone. A little bit of carelessness has done a bit of damage to my programme. No lasting damage you know, to myself. And as far as I'm aware, there is no lasting damage from this chemical, but I'm finding obviously some short-term damage has been done. So we will go straight into week 5, and when we get to the end of week 5, we will do another summary and be able to give you a better idea of how much damage has been done to the programme and how well we're able to cope with getting back on track. In the meantime, if I do manage to do this run tomorrow night, and I very much doubt it, I will do a video of it, and I will post it so you can see how things went. Okay, so until the next summary, bye for now. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to make sure you get notifications of all new content.